All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Sunday morning live stream. I am your host of this live stream. My name is Noah, and if you're watching this, you're watching it back because we don't have anyone tuned in yet. There's never really anyone here in the first few seconds of any live stream, but I wanted to start off this particular live stream with the mindset that you're watching it back and just talk about my Sunday morning rituals and routines. And one of the things that's really important to me on a Sunday is, one, to get as much rest as possible from Saturday. Not that I do anything Saturday that would require extra rest, but just to make sure I nurture my sleep so that I can really feel rested and balanced for the week to come. And then two, I try really hard to decompress. So a lot of the hustle and bustle of the week, really exciting stuff that I get to be a part of that I love doing. I don't put any real stock in it. I put a lot more emphasis on, getting ready for the week, meal prepping, being with my wife, getting outside, getting off the screens, minus what I do like to do these last couple of weeks, and hopefully it just becomes a thing. I like to start my Sunday with a live stream with you guys. I think it's a really good way for us to stay connected. For anyone that wants to be current with me, they can. And this is like a no holds bar, transparent way to communicate with each other, I think. So I just wanted to say that that's a big part of my Sunday routine, and I look forward to hearing about your guys' Sunday routine. I woke up this morning way too early, I have to admit. I wasn't able to get back to sleep, but I went to a meeting, and then after that I went for a 5-mile run at Washington Park, did some stretching, just got home, took a shower, and I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes with you guys. I'm so thankful that you guys are here, making my day better. And I have to sign out at about 10:20. So let's just make this a really awesome live stream. Please feel free to ask me questions, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. I'll offer you whatever I can, which is usually just my experience, strength, and hope. Right. And then I look forward to learning from you. We do have a feature on this for those of you that might be new. It is called Super Chat. It's a way for you to support the channel if you want, and it's also a way to prioritize your message as like a bonus feature. So if you would like to use the Super Chat function, just know that it means the world to me. But if not, I'm gonna get to every single person's question anyway. It just might take me a little bit longer. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start answering some questions. We have 25 people here. That is dope. I've got my coffee. And happy good morning to everybody. So Millie Wall says, Sunday, yay. Yeah, no kidding. The CP Merrill says, hey Noah, how are you doing? I'm doing well this morning. I mean, I didn't get a lot of sleep, like I mentioned early, but I am doing well. I have a good frame of mind this morning, and I have it under good authority that I'm going to get a chance to take a nap today, which is awesome. Edwin Delgado says, what's up? What's going on, Edwin? Juan Chica, hey. What's up? Hey. Chris Rosa, hey buddy, what's going on, Chris? Millie Wall, hey buddy, hey Millie. Hi, John Stonefoy, good morning. Good morning, sir. I'm gonna butcher some names, guys, but I'm gonna try hard not to. Bipolar Pug, hey Noah, I just wanted to let you know you're a big inspiration in me making a MH YouTube channel, mental health YouTube channel. Awesome. Awesome. So you're saying, did you start a mental health YouTube channel? There needs to be more of us. The more people that are out there communicating, the better. I'm glad to know I could inspire you. Bob Street. Bob, you're still struggling, it looks like. I can't take it. I'm so suicidal. My daughter, my family deserted me. I have TBI. I'm deserted by everyone. Bob, you're still here. That makes me so happy. I'm obviously not pleased to see that you're still struggling. I know these things can last a very long time, but you're still here. Bob was here last week, and he's been here most of my live streams, and he seems to be struggling. But Bob, like always, I just wish you courage, strength to try something new today, to reach out to someone new, to just hold on. And you're in a safe space. I'm glad you're here. Kirsten, shoot. Why am I suddenly having trouble with your name? Shanzer? Guys, Kirsten is one of my all-time favorite, long-time viewers. Love this lady. Good morning to you too. That reminds me, I need this coffee. Let's get all kinds of jacked up on caffeine before this live stream really gets going. Ah, caliente. Caliente, señor. Okay. Edwin Delgado, do you get depressed Not currently. In general, do I get depressed as a depressive person? Yeah, sure. Right now, I'm in a pretty good space. This is the best I've ever taken care of myself ever. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I'm in a very good space right now. And so I think what I can more relate to at the moment, which is not by accident, right? It's taken a tremendous amount of sacrifice and hard work. Is I can relate to like mood swings. You know, I can feel a little bit down sometimes, a little bit glum, but having experienced clinical depression, severe depression, in my active alcoholism, I don't have, I understand the perspective of like what depression feels like, and I don't feel like I deal with that right now. These things can change, but my buffer for it seems really high because a lot of the things that I've been fortunate enough to do. But who knows? I could literally feel depressed tomorrow, you know. It's always like, I think as depressives, as people that have mental health struggles, we get reprieves. I think it's a healthier mindset for me not to label myself cured or better or whatever. It's more just like, today I'm good because I'm doing the right things for today, being like in a mindset of gratitude, stuff like that, because we never really know. Tildes and Double O, hi Noah, you are so awesome and a huge help and inspiration for me to beat my anxiety and depression. That's beautiful. Thank you. I'm so glad to know that. It really makes me feel good. Mohammed El Aloni. I just fed him like 20 minutes ago. Where did we go? We jumped around. Yo, man, watched a bunch of your videos. Love them all. Love them all, man. To love all of my videos is truly to love me, because I have put up some questionable videos over the last few years, but I appreciate that. Thanks, man. Oscar James, do you like Jim Morrison? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't like actively listen to The Doors, right? That's Jim Morrison, isn't it? But yeah, I think so. Crooked Smiles, do you still rap, bro? I mean, I think I still could rap, but no, I don't like actively still rap. So guys, when I was in high school, I just grew up around hip hop. I went to a church that happened to be, the vast majority of the congregation happened to be African American, so I was deeply influenced by hip hop culture, and I wanted to be a rapper. And so in high school, I produced a rap album with my brother, and we released it, and we got it properly mixed and mastered after we recorded it in an actual studio. Released it to my high school, sold like 600-700 copies. I felt like a thug, but that was like the end of my rapping career. It's still a passion of mine. Okay, guys, we have our first super chat from Trevor Cummings. Thank you so much, Trevor. YouTubers do not make a ton of cash, and not that I do this for money. I really don't, but it means a lot. So let's see, Trevor, because he did a super chat function, $4.99 is what he contributed to this live stream, and to me myself, his question gets bumped to the top. That's sort of how that works. Trevor says, what's up? I'm trying to lose weight, but Coke Pop is so good. Caffeine and sugar, yeah, oh well. Look, the sugar thing is tough, Trevor. Thank you again, by the way, for the super chat. The sugar thing is tough, and it will absolutely inhibit a lot of your goals when it comes to weight loss if you don't moderate. So what I suggest you perhaps do is, instead of like getting this mindset that you can never have sugar, you can't have Coke, I think you should try something, if you're willing, depending on your goals, your reasons for those goals, and your readiness. I think you should try tracking your food and getting a sense of how much sugar you're taking in and when. There is an allotment of sugar. In a perfect world, no one would really eat or take in that kind of sugar, but we all do. And I found that it's like really a lot more helpful to understand just how much you're taking in if you track it, if you can see it, and then you'll subconsciously start making slightly better decisions, or you'll start picking and choosing when you take in that sugar because you want to make that progress. But the sugar thing is tough. Sugar is freaky addictive. It gets me still. I kind of, because I've just been on this really good space with food, my relationship is really healthy with it. I know that like I can't have sugar, like processed sugar, unless I might be prepared to have more, sort of thing, because once I have it, I kind of just tend to want more. So it makes it easy for me based on my goals and my plans for the day and my structure. Like, I'm not going to take in sugar at lunch unless it's like berries or fruit or something like that, because of the insulin spike, the energy crash, the likelihood that I'll then spiral out of control. So it's a learning process. But anyway, Trevor, you didn't ask, so I don't even know why I'm babbling so much. Try tracking your food, and it's not about stopping the sugar, it's about gaining a little bit of understanding of your relationship with it. You can absolutely do this. Don't say, oh, well, you got this. All right, we do have another super chat from Chad. Come on. Oh. Uh-oh. Awesome. So we have another super chat, guys, from Chad Allen, a really generous one, $9.99. Thank you so much, Chad. That's beautiful. That's incredible. Chad says, "Good morning, Noah. Wondering what your morning routines are like. I work from home as well, and having trouble setting a normal routine without the constant ruminating thoughts. Thanks for all you do." You're very welcome. I'm grateful to be in this space to hopefully offer you some advice. The ruminating thoughts, that is something I understand. I think the fact that I ruminate and obsess and get trapped in that way between my ears is one of my most motivating factors for taking suggestion, doing whatever I possibly can. So I did make a video on my morning routine, but I'm going to go ahead and, of course, honor your question, honor that beautiful donation, and I'm going to tell you what my morning routine is on a normal day. So on a typical day, I will get up. I try to get up early in general, but let's say once I get up, I try not to hit the snooze button. So I really buy into this mindset that the first thing I need to do is honor the first thing that needs to be done, which is get out of bed. I don't always do that perfect, but I'm pretty good at it. So the first thing is I get my feet on the ground quick. I really try not to lay in bed and allow myself the space to procrastinate and instantly slow down accomplishing something. So I get out of bed and I make my bed. That's something that was taught to me. It's something I really, really like. After that, I go downstairs and I immediately drink 2 glasses of water. I take L-tyrosine, a capsule of L-tyrosine, which is something that's helpful for neurotransmitters, the feel-good hormones. Take a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and I will drink 2 glasses of water. I'll then go ahead and start some water to boil for my coffee, and I will immediately hit my knees and do some prayer. Now, if you're not the praying type, just think of it as like speaking positive affirmations into the universe, but I will hit my knees for about 5 to 10 minutes of prayer. I read them often. From there, I use my 5-minute mood journal. It's an app on my phone that allows me to go through a few things. One, I put down 3 things that I'm grateful for. So, for example, today, when I was using my app, it's really, really easy to use. I said, today I'm grateful for the opportunity to take a nap when needed because I didn't get a lot of sleep. But I'm really trying to be conscientious of pointing out and actively, when I first start my day, becoming mindful of things I'm grateful for. I have a proclivity for worry, like a lot of us do. I just worry. And the antidote to worry is gratitude, or so I was told, and so I trust. Now, the next thing I said is today I'm grateful for the beautiful day outside because it's just gorgeous right now in Portland, Oregon. And then number 3, I said today I'm grateful for the ability to rise out of bed without dread and fear. I really focus on actively reflecting on the things I have now that I did not have when I was not doing well, so that I don't lose sight of them, so I don't inherently take them for granted, which is so easy to do. Then it asks me, what are 3 things that would make today great? So a little bit of mindset setting, goal setting. I put it'd be great if I mobilized, meditated, and if I trusted the process. And then I have daily affirmations. That's the next thing I do. Daily affirmations, and I wrote down, I'm worthy of amazing things. I'm God-made. I am humble. I trust God. I'm a man of principle. I'm a man of discipline. So basically, things that maybe I've worried about in the past or I've seen as weaknesses in myself, I try to remind myself that they don't have to define my future. So again, I wake up fast. I make my bed. I take in 2 glasses of water immediately. I hit my knees and do some prayer. I then do gratitude, what would make today great, and affirmations. From there, I do a stretching routine. Doesn't have to take long. And I do some cat-cows, which is all in my video. I'll do some around the worlds. I'll just warm up. Then I'll take some deep breaths and I'll do some square breathing. From there, I go ahead and pour my coffee, and then I do one of 2 things. One, I'm either going to take in some educational reading. So I do like a continued education sort of practice, and I find that in the morning it's the only time I'll do this. And so I'll read usually for 30 minutes of a book of my choice. Right now I'm going through Eat, Stop, Eat, so it's an intermittent fasting book. I'll underline some things, I'll take some things in, I'll drink my coffee. I'll either do that for 30 minutes or I'm going to throw on a funny show, sit on the ground, and I'm going to stretch a little bit more, take in some laughter, wake up. And I start being as productive as I possibly can. That is truly my morning routine. I'm not just blowing smoke and telling you guys I do that morning routine, but I really don't. Like, I'm committed to that morning routine. It's powerful. I think the biggest issue that a lot of us have when it comes to morning routines, and just this like holistic approach to feeling better, doing better, is that we don't necessarily buy in to the potential of it because it's a compounding thing. It takes time. So that's my morning routine. That was a long response. I just felt like it could be useful for a lot of other people. So I'll go ahead and move on. I hope that helped you, Chad, and I hope you can commit to it, whatever it might be. Coming to the ability to follow through with that morning routine has been a process for me. So if you even added one thing for the next month to your morning routine that you knew was inherently positive, that would be an amazing thing. The Rewired Soul just did a $2 super chat. Thank you. And he says, when are we going to collab? I know. Way to stay on me. Dude, man, I don't want to make excuses. I'm just stupid busy. You know what I think our best chance would be? And thank you again for supporting the channel. I definitely want to support yours. I think our best chance would be to like do a Skype interview and just film it. Like, I can film my screen. I have the software to do that. You could do the same, and we could post it on each other's channel. Let's do that. I think that's our best bet because then I can post it immediately. Let's talk details in a private message, but I hope that sounds like a good idea because to me that just sounds like the most likely thing I can do right now. I just took on a massive project, and so my life is pretty busy. Trevor Cummings again with another super chat. Thank you, $3.99. Also, speaking of rapping, I think Fred Durst is fire. Dude, I loved Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst when I was younger. I really did. I went to his concert as a kid, and I just saw the way people freaked out for him, and I was just like, I'm trying to be like Fred Durst. So, yeah, that's funny. How about this? I'm going to throw out a super chat challenge. If I get a $20 super chat, I will rap a verse for you guys. If someone's willing to pay for it, I will hoe out my rapping services. Try not to make a fool of myself. Okay, let's get back to the community. Thank you very much for the folks that were able to super chat. It's so badass. I've got another half hour with you guys, and let's see how many of these questions I can get through. Asha says, morning Noah, good morning. A downbeat exeget. Have you tried medical MDMA for depression? I have not. That is something that comes up a lot in live streams. People have a lot of questions about that, but I have not personally done it. Grant Davenport, good morning, boss. Love from the UK. Love back from Portland, Oregon. And good morning to you, man. Thank you. TM, where do you get your motivation to keep working out? Every time I start working out, I quit because I get depressed. So this is something I was just thinking about the other day because I had a day that I didn't feel like working out, but I then did, of course, work out because it's part of my routine. But the question of like, how do you stay motivated to work out? I think the first thing that comes to mind for me is just having like a really, really passionate reason to work out. You have to know why, because exercising in general, committing to anything that requires time, effort, exertion, sometimes pain, depending on how you look at it, it takes time and work. And work is work is work. And if you don't know why you're doing the work, if you just don't, then you're going to lose sight of doing it. It's going to fall by the wayside. So I get my motivation by staying really in tune with the reasons I want to train. Like really in tune. Not just like, for example, I don't just work out because I want to look good naked. I used to think that way. It doesn't really work for me. I work out because I want to have a higher threshold for fighting depression and anxiety in general. I work out because if I work out, I know I'll sleep better. If I sleep better, I'll have better clarity of mind, better mental health. If I work out, I can build some muscle. If I build some muscle, I will have a better chance at burning fat. If I burn fat and stay at a healthy body weight, I'll have a better self-image. You see how it all comes around? If I have a better self-image, maybe I'll be more present in my conversations and I'll be more useful to other people because I won't feel down. And if I really want to get nitty-gritty with it, I can think of it like I do this so that I can stay alive. Like if I treat it like something that could save me, then it's just like brushing my teeth or eating food or drinking water. It's like I just have to. I sort of eliminate that whole need for a decision. It's just something I do, and I know why I do it, and it becomes part of my lifestyle. And the cool thing about that is it is difficult to establish these sort of changes. I admit that. It's difficult. But once you start to see some of the benefit, which you inherently will when it comes to things that are just like universally positive, like exercise, it gets easier. And once you have like a legitimate habit, your routines and your patterns are just locked in, days you don't feel like working out are not very tough to work out because you're so used to it. You just have to build that habit and stay in touch with your why. I hope that makes sense. And that's a great question. We have another super chat from the Rewired Soul. 2 more got to take off, sent Instagram DM. No, I'll look for that. Hey, thank you for another super chat from the Rewired Soul. Guys, I'm going to collab with that dude. He's a good guy. He knows a lot about addiction. And thanks for supporting the channel. Another super chat from AK, a $6.99 super chat. Thank you. I think you super chatted last week, and I'm so thankful. He says, I'm 29 and I have a bro 10 years younger. I also have a little brother 10 years younger. Unlike yours, however, he wants nothing to do with me. I pour my heart out, ask for help, but nothing. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, we cannot control other people. We can't control people, places, and things, right? And that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. And I imagine that feels really, really bad. What I suggest you do is pour everything you have into yourself and really embody that whole idea that because you can't control your little brother wanting nothing to do with you right now, it's not yours to take on. That burden is not yours to take on. All you can do is control you. And there's a codependency I have too that it sounds like you might suffer from as well, where it's like when someone is hurting us or treating us in a way that we don't believe we should be treated, it affects the way we see ourselves. It affects our mood. But that is codependent thinking, needing someone else's behavior or opinion or thought or whatever in order to feel good. And it's dangerous because people are people. People are so very much flawed, like all of us, and we can't necessarily depend on them. So I don't think your relationship with your brother is obviously in doom or is doomed forever, but I think your best chance at reconnecting with him is to give him some space and make yourself into the best, most incredible version of you and attract him back by your behaviors and actions in that way. I think that could help. I think that's something I'm having to do with a lot of relationships in my life that I just created weird dynamics in. And if I can do it, certainly you can. So, and also in terms of like asking for help, if he can't help, someone surely can. And so figure out who that person is. And then forgive your brother for that. I know that's like a woo-woo-y sort of thing to say, but hurt people. Maybe he's hurting. And I don't know what your dynamic is. I hope that helps. Oscar Jane says, how's the weight loss going? I'm going to try longer fast. So weight loss is going great. I'm sort of at a stable space now where I'm holding weight. So when I got sober 3.5-4 months ago, I was 213, 215, and I put it in my head, in my mind's eye, that I wanted to put everything together that I know about health, wellness, coupled with the fact that I'm going to pour my life into recovery and see if I can get down to a target weight of 195. And I did that, and I'm really thankful for doing that. It was a cool experience. I've never been able to do it before until now. And now that I'm there at 195, I'm at about 8.8 to 8.6% body fat, pretty good space. I'm kind of taking a week off from cutting, trying to decide if perhaps I want to get down to 7.5% body fat. But I'm leaving that up in the air. I think I do. I just want to make sure my head's in the right space, doing it for the right reasons. But I just love being healthy. I love being lean. I love the way I feel. And so I just want to, see where I can take it without getting extreme or anything like that. But it's going incredible. I figured out something that works really well for me. Gonna try longer fasts. So I've only done a 36-hour fast as a max. I think because I train so aggressively and so frequently that I probably shouldn't do intermittent or fasting beyond like a 24 to 36-hour window while training right now. But I definitely 100% will be incorporating at least a 72-hour fast sometime soon, because the health benefits are so much bigger than weight loss. So Bipolar Pug super chatted 199. No message, just I think just out of the kindness. So thank you. That's really sweet of you. That's really sweet of you. And Maya Thomas, my mom, who I told her, I said, don't pledge money on these things. I mean, she spent her whole life just trying to be a great mom and take care of me, and yet she just donated $1.99. Thank you, Mom. Guys, shout out to my mom, Maya Thomas. She's a beautiful soul and a role model for me. And I appreciate that, Mom, even though I told you not to. I should have known you would anyway. I am going out to brunch with a couple of friends who are in town who I haven't seen in a long time. So y'all are supporting this YouTuber's chance to have a nice meal. So thank you. Okay, I think we're caught up on super chats. Yeah, let's just keep chipping away as many questions as we can while we can. Yep, 20 minutes, guys. We got 20 minutes left with you. Where are we? Where are we? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get back to the main community tab. Ragnadier says hello from Ireland. Hello back. That's so cool. I love that. Bipolar Poly, 100%. I did upload every week. That's awesome. Keep doing uploads every week. Just keep chipping away. Keep getting used to that process. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, it happened. I didn't think that would actually happen. Okay, guys, so I'm going to answer 2 more community questions, and then I did just get a $25 super chat, which is incredible. That's outstanding. And I did say if I got a $20 or more super chat, I would rap for you guys. I guarantee 99% of you are not here to hear me rap. The viewership might plummet after this, but I am a man of my word, and I'm definitely going to do that. That's so funny. It happened. I need to start putting more challenges up. Okay, a couple more regular questions, and then I'm on it. I'm on it, Chad, because that's incredible. Oh, man. I'm trying to think what I'm going to rap. Dhruv Gautam, I often beat around the bush and have a hard time sticking to one point during conversations. I cannot be precise. Do you think this is a symptom of mental illness? And any tips to help with this? So I think what you're describing there is like brain fog or lack of clarity. It can be a sign of mental illness, right? If you're depressed, of course, it's harder to think clearly, be concise, come up with your words. If you're anxious, you can go too fast in your head and still fumble your words. It's a different end of the spectrum. But the thing about brain fog is that there are a myriad of things that cause it. So yes, it certainly could be a symptom of that, but it also could be you're just low on sleep, or you've got a food sensitivity that's going on, or you're nervous, or you have a social anxiety thing. I mean, I think the key is to address the most basic things, start with the basics, and then wield your way into more advanced concepts for trying to deal with that. So the basics being like, how's your sleep schedule? How's your diet? Are you exercising? How's your self-care? You know, things that we can all do that don't require anything or anyone. I would start there. I'm not a doctor, so of course consult a physician if you're really, really worried about it. But I would start there. I wouldn't go wondering what supplements to take or what mental illness you might have or whatever, personally, if I didn't have some of the basics pretty honed in. Because most people will find that if they just get enough sleep, if they just start incorporating more whole foods, if they just start stretching and meditating, if they just, you know, some of those things, they'll find that a lot of these symptoms that they were rabbit holing on the internet to try to solve, they kind of tend to dissipate. That of course is not a guarantee, but it's a starting point, and that's certainly something I would say to you, something I still have to say to myself. Okay, so I need to honor this ridiculous super chat, guys. I'm going to rap something. I don't know what I'm going to rap. I haven't rapped in a long, long time. What do I remember? I'm scared. Oh, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can rap. I can rap. It sounds so funny. I like feel myself getting nervous. Let's see. I suggest Show it, I don't think she knows it. I know why. 1 second, guys. I think I love. I wish I knew where I wrote down all these raps. I have to rap, so I'm going to. If you love, don't leave. Don't leave. I'm gonna sort this. I'm gonna get this sorted.
Don't you hear it? Yo, what up? Your friend.
Uh-oh. That was good, yeah. But I'm lazy. Lazy, yeah. Love is simple. Love is crazy. I want to give more, but I'm so lazy. I'm hazy because I get nervous every time that I'm around you. I am freestyling, I am wilding. I'm not very good at this, but I am trying. I went to sleep last night feeling like I'm dying because I was nervous about today. I'm rolling through the street, not the hood. I'm a suburb kid. I act good. I was a kid and I tried to act hard. I literally made myself scarred so I could show people that I had a little credibility, but I really didn't. I wasn't spitting. I just had this need to be liked, need to be right, need to see the sunlight, need to, when we were kids, I had this idea that I would name my rap group Blight. See, my brother, he's black from Africa. I'm half Mexican. We had this idea that we would be a team. He would be chocolate, I'd be vanilla. We'd be a dream. Kind of like an Oreo or some type of cream. Something we could do. We would act mean, but we were soft, soft as a pillow. I like Jell-O. A Jello, and hello, and pudding. I'm going through my house looking for things to put in place, organized, doing my thing. I'm trying to see what type of smile I can bring. Can I make a difference? Can I do right? Will I go to sleep at night feeling alright? My wife's to my right, my coffee to my left. This is bad rap, but you've been blessed with a try. Okay, that's the best I could do. I know, I'm not a rapper. That's the best I could do. I have writtens, I have tons, but I don't know where they are and I haven't rapped in years. And I'm not a freestyler. Thank you for enduring that. I wanted to go long enough to where I could like show you guys that I could technically pull that off. But I like absolutely should not be freestyling under any circumstance. That was fun though. Alright, cheers to everyone who hung in there, okay? I'm gonna probably watch that back and just be like, what did I just do? Oh man. All right. Hey, if embarrassing myself a little bit on a Sunday morning amused anybody, made anyone smile, or cringe for that matter, I think it was worth it. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh, spit some beat for the ladies, he said. Okay, Cody Schrogans did a $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Cody. Cody says, what can I do to take my mind off of a biopsy result? That's tough, Cody. What comes to mind is you should probably go see if you can do something of service, right? Something that's being impressed upon me constantly, which is proving true, is that if I'm thinking about someone else, it's very tough to be thinking about myself. There are certainly people that could use your time, attention, and love. So if I were you, you could start really small and I would call someone. Like just call someone and make it the mission of that phone call to be about the person you're calling. Ask them how they are. Do not offer up what's going on with you under this exercise, right? Just ask how they are. See what you can do to make them feel better. And when that's over, if they don't really ask you much, then perhaps move on. You know, don't try to hold back from having to talk about this unless you're being asked about it, and then try that again. That's my suggestion. Just go see what you can do to make someone else feel better. That being said, you have my love, you have my support. I am so sorry that you're going through what you're going through. That sounds really scary. That sounds really, really hard. And I've never been in your shoes like that. So I don't want to pretend or minimize, okay? That's what comes to mind. AK, again, awesome, 549. Shout out to Noah's mom, lost mine at 49. Oh, man. That's terrible. That's terrible to hear. Yeah, thank you for shouting out to my mom. Thank you for always being so supportive of this channel. And so much love to your mom. May she rest in peace. Yes, love to moms when you can. Love your mama when you can. We don't know how long we have. We've got a $1 super chat from Jordan. Jordan, thank you, Jordan. It's truly, everything counts. Everything matters so much to an independent YouTuber. But I don't see a question for Jordan, so I'll go look and see if you drop one on the community part. And just remember, if you guys do a super chat, just make sure you leave a, what am I trying to say? You leave a question for me if you want. Jose Esparza, what's going on, dude? $1.99 super chat, thank you. Again, no question from Jose, but big shout out to you. Means the world. I'll go look for your question as well. So real quick, let's go look for Jordan. Jordan. So I don't see a question from Jordan. That's okay. I'll be on the lookout. Thank you, Jordan. And for Jose Esparza, let's take a look for you, Jose. Make sure I didn't miss a question from you. Noah, you are amazing. Oh, sorry, I find Jose and all he's doing is just showing love. Thank you, Jose. I think you're amazing too, man. I really do. I think all of us I think I'm so grateful for you guys and everyone here doing their best. It's awesome. I love being together on a Sunday morning. It's the best way to start my day. Okay, so I'm getting back to the community, guys. Hey, this has been a crazy cool and awesome super chat morning for me, which is great. And I hope that doesn't frustrate too many of the community members who maybe don't have the ability to use the super chat function or time or don't want to, which I understand. Your questions still matter. I'm on a bit of a time crunch today, so I won't be able to get to everyone, I don't think, but normally I can. And I just don't want you to think there's like a hierarchy of like who's more important. It's just, you have to honor that super chat function, but it's not because these questions don't matter. So, Drew, okay, TS13. So back to the community tab. We're all caught up. TS says, just want to say hi, Noah. I got to go to work. All love to you too. I don't know if you got a chance to hear me say that, but all love to you too. Bipolar Bob, hang in there good. I love you guys taking care of each other. Gamer67 says, hi Noah, greetings from Germany. You look very healthy. Thank you. I'm trying. I really am, guys. Richie Rich 15. Oh, Richie Rich. Shout out to Macaulay Culkin. Afternoon, Noah from London. Good afternoon to you from London. Hearing you guys say like you're here from around the world, oh man, that makes me feel like crazy good. Hi Noah. Greetings from Germany. You look very, all right, that's from Germany. Thank you. Daniel, Brian, how did you overcome your depression? That is a long answer, but if I had to simplify how I overcame depression, I would say it was like a tier system. So I hurt this bad, I did this. I hurt worse, I did that. And as I started to get better, I started to regress in my self-care. How do I answer this with some sort of... How about this? I overcame my depression by doing, to the best of my ability, what I was told, what was suggested for me to do. And by staying brave, staying connected, finding a support system, developing really clean habits, and being involved in a support group. So it was like there were so many things that went into overcoming my depression and my anxiety. So many things that it'd be tough to just explain, but... What, baby? Where are you headed? Andy's? Okay. No brunch with no. What are you going to do with Andy? Give me a kiss. Mwah. Love you. Okay, guys. I actually found something that can answer that question really well. So, mental health recovery boils down to 5 things. These 5 things have like a spider web effect. They go in a million directions, but physical self-care was a big part of it. Mental, emotional self-care, healthy lifestyle habits, spiritual connection, and social support. Just keep trying. Just keep trying, and beyond anything, stay out of your own way. Angel Popescu says, greetings from Romania, Transylvania. Wow, greetings. Kokichi Oma, I love you, Noah. I love you too. I love all y'all. You guys are my tribe. You guys are my family. Bipolar Pug, have you tried mindfulness? Yeah, absolutely. Mindfulness practices is a big part of what we're doing. Right, so JNYC265, hey no, I've been feeling outside the body, like the world isn't real, or that nothing matters recently. I hate that feeling. I understand that feeling, guys. That's a bad space to be in. I hope that passes soon. Don't believe your thoughts, don't believe your feelings when you're in that state. It absolutely will pass. Just do things that historically have elicited a response from you. That's something that really, really worked well for me. So like music, a movie, things that like used to make you feel a certain type of way that might trigger some stuff. Small spaces help me too, believe it or not. Oscar James, how cringy was your rap album? Honestly, my rap album was kind of legit, all things considered. I guess I would say that, right? Because I'm the one that made it, but Bob Street, I can't handle it anymore. I don't want my life anymore. I can't take it. Yes, you can, Bob. Yes, you can. You are not your thoughts, my friend. I'm sorry you're suffering. Gamer67, hi, Chad. He did a video about this morning routine. I remember it correctly, yeah. AK, Bob, you got this. Good, Psy. Psy78, hi. What's going on? Gamer67, Bob, okay. I'm not gonna read the stuff that's like you guys talking to one another, but that's amazing that you're doing that. I love it, and thank you. Please keep doing that. JNYC265, why do I feel this world isn't real? I need help. Yes, you need help. We all need help sometimes. I try not to, like, when it comes to like the reasons why, I try not to get too lost in them because they can be rabbit holes with oftentimes no like definitive answer, at least none that's available to a lot of us. When we're like, something bad's going on, this just desperate need to understand exactly why can be very dangerous. So I would just try to parlay that into some form of action. Xavier Von Parker, hello Noah, so happy to catch one of your live streams. Yeah, really happy you did too. I think, guys, that in general, I can't tell you exactly what time on a Sunday morning, but I feel like there's a good audience on a Sunday morning. It makes sense. It's a nice way to start my day. So I think I'm going to continue to try to do a live stream every Sunday, and I think an 8 a.m. start time is probably going to be normal. I don't want to announce it and then not follow through, so we'll just try to be consistent. Got another super chat from Joe R. 299. It says, you've got this. I think he's just throwing some love my way, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for supporting the channel and for the kind and encouraging words. I don't take that for granted. I really don't. I need encouragement. We all need encouragement, and it means so much to me. Electro Maniaro, hey Noah, your videos have helped me immensely. I would like to know your thoughts on whether you have a bipolar disorder or not. I have the disorder myself, and I might recognize some of the symptoms. So I at one point thought I might be bipolar. I don't actually believe I am, and neither does my psychiatrist. I think what I did have going on, which I don't currently have going on, but what I did have going on is untreated alcoholism. And the side effects and symptoms of untreated alcoholism can present themselves in a number of ways that look like XYZ. But according to my psychiatrist, based on a time where I was deeply exploring bipolar 2, I believe, no, he doesn't believe I have it, and actually I don't at this point anymore myself. Electromania, the rewire speech fan. Zay Davis, hey Noah, when did your low T symptoms start to improve when you started TRT? Really struggling with the depression, anxiety, and depersonalization, derealization. Shout out all the way from South Africa, another place I've always wanted to go. I was in the airport once. So guys, for those of you that don't know, because I don't make a ton of video content on this topic anymore, but I am on testosterone replacement therapy. I've been diagnosed for a long time with hypogonadism. Hypogonadism is when you cannot adequately or safely produce enough testosterone to meet your basic needs, basic hormone functions anymore. That was one of the big reasons I couldn't get better from my depression, was because I had like very dangerously low testosterone levels. Testosterone is the most important hormone in a man's body. And I had that of like a 95-year-old when I was 25. And so when they addressed that, I was able to have more access to recovery. My treatment-resistant depression slowly started to fix. Now, as far as the question is when did my low T symptoms start to improve? I would say they steadily improved over the course of like 6 to 9 months, believe it or not. Certain things came very quickly, like my appetite regained quickly, my ability to actually lose some fat and gain a little muscle came back quickly, energy levels came back quickly, but it was a compounding effect because for me, in terms of mental health, like having low testosterone was a piece of the puzzle and an important piece of the puzzle, of course, but it wasn't the be-all end-all, and I may have put a little bit too much pressure on it to be like everything, and it just turned out that it gave me the opportunity to address a lot of other things that needed to be addressed. So I hope that gives you some idea. All right, guys, we've got 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, and I wish I could stay longer. I really do. I have somewhere to be at 11, and I don't want to be late. All right. Kirsten Shanzer. Oh man, you're gonna kill me for still struggling with that. What are some tips for staying in the moment? Seems to be my weakness currently. I think that's something we all struggle with. You know, not being present. There was this guy that made this comment that really made a lot of sense to me. He said, whenever I start getting ahead of myself and or looking too far back, whenever I start doing that one way or the other and not being present, I ask my dog what time it is. And his dog always has the same answer. It's right now. Because the dog lives perfectly in the right now. And so, I don't know if that makes any sense, but you know, we just have to all be mindful to think like a dog. Also, in terms of like, how do you get back in the moment right away? I think sometimes like a physical cue, like I keep this wristband on my wrist and I can look down on it and it reminds me to stay here. It's actually just a visual cue and sometimes a physical cue to get me back. But beyond that, being present is not so much, in my experience, a result of knowing what to do when you're not present. It's more of having habits, rituals, and routines that promote being present. And I think that stems down to some of the basics that we talk about all the time, like gratitude journals, like morning routines, like being of service to others. Doing things that actively improve your mindset, keep you out of a space of worry, keep you out of whatever. And oftentimes, I think we get ahead of ourselves or look back when we're not addressing things. So I think we need to explore that too. Like, take a minute, put pen to paper. What is going on? Are there unresolved stuff? Do you know why you worry about the future? Are you controlling everything you can? Like, really? Are you truly doing that? Can you objectively look at that? And that's something I have to ask myself all the time. If I start worrying, it's like if I'm worried about finances, if I'm worried I'm going to relapse, if I'm worried that I'm not good enough, it's like, are you doing what you need to be doing to be more at peace? Do you not know what that is? Are you willing to go ask someone? So it's a daily thing. And the biggest mistake we can make, in my humble opinion, is rest on our laurels when things start going better. So instead of having like a reactive mindset to when we start struggling, and this is, I'm not speaking at you guys, I'm talking with you, trust me. But instead of having a reactive mindset, it's really powerful to have the ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure attitude every day. And I think that will help all of us stay here, and not worry, because all we have is right now. Okay, guys, I gotta bounce in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I gotta hit the road. I think this is the first time in a long time I was not able to get to everyone at all. I see so many incredible messages and comments that are still here. I'm not going to be able to get to you guys. Please excuse me for that. I hope you don't take that personal. It's just the nature of the way this live stream went. We had just so many super chats, which is incredible, but it's not to make you feel slighted. Please tune in next Sunday, and just know that I really do appreciate your time. And I think literally this is the first time where I've had like an obligation, because normally I cut off when I'm taking new questions and I'll catch up to where I was, but I have somewhere to be in 25 minutes, and just excuse me for that. We do have CA with the last super chat of the day. Conor or Mayweather prior to fight? LOL, be honest. Thank you for always being so supportive. I, of course, had Mayweather. So he's referring to the Conor McGregor Mayweather boxing match. You can't take an MMA fighter against a legendary boxer and expect him to beat the boxer. But it was fun, though. It was fun, and did I pray he would swing for the fences and knock him out? Sir, yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank you so much for everyone who's a part of this super chat, Lord, who's a part of this live stream. We will see you guys next Sunday. I promise I'm going to be back next Sunday. I have some exciting content going on. If you want to reach me, you can reach me on Patreon. Even the smallest donation gets you in. I'm thinking about changing my model there because I want there to be a reasonable way for everyone to get a hold of me as often as they want. And then please consider checking out my Instagram. It's just Bignoknow, Bignoknow on Instagram. I've been pretty active there, posting about health, fitness, wellness, daily stories, and then just stuff that's going on in my life that way. And then be on the lookout for YouTube content, and just have your best day today. Just know that you're awesome, and I appreciate you, and thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being here. I am a lucky SOB, that's for sure. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Adios, my friends.